You look so cool here. Oh my god, thank you. So hottie. Yeah, I feel like I usually draw him so like... Yeah, he's a Virgo. His birthday's like next Friday. I don't know anything about horoscopes, so I'm just like... When's his birthday date? It's the 17th. It's the Google Calendar. When's Lex's? Hers is I think March 20th. I just know like... I remember that his birthday's in the fall and hers is in the spring, but I was have to double check to remember. For character birthdays, do you just choose one, or is it something like when you first came up with them and etc.? Well, for Neil and Lex specifically, there's like a lot of like symbolism in the story where Lex's character is like very associated with spring, and Neil's birthday is associated with or Neil as a character is associated a lot with fall as a season. And so I knew that I wanted their birthdays to be in like the spring and the fall, and then I just like looked up like stereotypes, because I know people get really into like fictional character birthdays and stuff, so I literally just like was like, okay, like if Neil's birthday's in the fall, it'll be between like September to November, and I just kind of looked up like what the different stereotypes for zodiacs were, and I did that for Lex too, and I just whichever seemed the most like close to what I thought their personalities were like, I just was like, okay, I'll make their birthday in that month. And then for the exact day, I literally was like, I just like googled like birthday numerology and just like scrolled through those like really shady birthday numerology websites, and it was like something like, ooh, the number 17 means whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm not even gonna remember, but like just in case someone else like cares that much. if they Google that, they'll find something, but like I don't know. I mean, like it's all arbitrary anyway. I gotta say, I've been inking like the last like 2 chapters at least. Neil and Lex are like in the woods and they're really like dirty, so I've just been like habitually like adding these little like scuff marks, and now that I'm like drawing Neil, I don't have to. I'm like fighting the urge to like draw these like every couple strokes. I still like do these as like generally as like kind of little like textures here and there, but Neil winking at me looking so cool is making me blush right now. I'm glad I got one person to simp for Neil, as much as I simp for him. Simp, simp, simp. I made up like a self-deprecating rap for myself, which is like, I'm a wimp, I'm a shrimp, I only know how to simp. And I've just been like saying that to myself lately. You need a wimp command that just says that? Oh my god, maybe I can program it now. The funny thing is, like, when I drew this picture, I based it off, like, a reference picture I took of myself, because, like, I already had a pose in mind, so, like, an hour before the stream, I just, like, went into, like, my bedroom and, like, took a bunch of selfies of that pose, so... It's based off a sexy selfie of my own that I did first. Anyways. In terms of, like, reference pictures... Yeah, I don't have a tripod. It would help a lot if I did, but I usually just use like the timer function instead, and I'll just put it on something, something like stable at the right height. Yeah, it's mostly like a lot of times if I'm only shooting reference for like one part of the body, like I'll just like just use the regular, just use my hand, or I'll even I have one of those bedrooms that has like a full wall mirror, so I'll just like even just like take a shot of the mirror. Otherwise though, I recommend either wearing as like little clothes as possible, or wearing clothes that are as similar to your character as possible, because I think like fabric is one of the like bigger challenges with like poses for me. And that just saves you a lot of time. And I think, like, most people who are really good at drawing fabric, it's because they, use reference. Because, like, there's, like, a certain amount of fabric detail that's just straight up, like... I don't know, unless if you just have, like, an amazing computer brain. I like really don't know how a person can just like come up with that level of detailed fabric just using their own brain. And also good lighting and stuff, but it doesn't have to be great lighting. But yeah, oh, also like take way more photos than you think you need. Like whenever I shoot reference, I think I often shoot like, I mean at the bare minimum I try to shoot like 5 or something. But sometimes I'll shoot like, if it's like a full body pose or something, I'll shoot like 30 or something like that, just because and like I often even will take the like multiple ones and like Photoshop them together. Like if I like the legs in one or the arms in the other or whatever, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you don't realize that you needed until like after you sit down to draw and you're like, oh, I can't really use this arm in this photo. It doesn't like have the information I need. So yeah, those are my reference tips. Honestly, just making Neil look cool once already makes me like kind of embarrassed and blushy. I usually just make him look so like bashful or whatever. Or whatever. Or being shy or whatever. But that's kind of why I picked this pose. It's still like, it's like a little flirty, but it's also a little shy, you know? Like he's not showing his full face. I gotta be better about taking reference photos. I just make stuff up and then all my characters have the same generic 3 poses. Yeah, reference helps quite a lot. I take a lot of ref. But I make a lot of poses up too, so it's really just like... And I think it's good practice too, because for me, it takes quite a long time to shoot like a good reference photo. I only do reference photos if I really need one. Is this image you're working on for a birthday post or something? Kind of, yeah. So I'm like part of like a webtoon canvas creators Discord server. They do these like cute activities every few weeks, and they also every month they have one that's just for like characters who are of that like season, whose like birthdays are that season, which I think is really cute. Just gonna trace this. Nobody's gonna know. How would they know? Oh, it's 'cause I'm streaming it. That's how they'll know. Exposed. Dang, CSP makes flatting so fast. I find that in like Photoshop, like I kind of, there's like a few tricks you can also do to make flatting go really fast. Especially if there's any sort of like anything that's kind of like refer to other layers. Also too is how I usually flat. Oh, I set the blending mode to like background. On Photoshop, it's called behind, but I think most programs have something like that. Like if it has a blending mode, it should have like a behind layer. Yeah. But it just makes it really quick to fill in anything that's like behind. Oh, I didn't know there was a thing for this. Yeah, me neither. I kind of only learned about it when I was in art school, because people used it to like color behind their storyboard drawings, like to fill them in white. I was just making a new layer and merge them. Yeah, this saves on that time. When I do regular flats, I often like do them in layers as they're like kind of based on the layers that would be in real life. That way it kind of like bleeds under correctly. If that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna call this done. Nice. Alright, hello, I'm back, and my cat is here, so I'm gonna make her say hello. I love you, Mummy. Yeah, she's very cute and very sweet. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. Thanks for letting me pick you up. She's so soft.